What up? What up? It's your boy, Concert Viz 34. That was Fish from Alpine Valley 2019. Say it to me, Santos. So we're going to talk about this last show. It's going to be a shorter stream. Um, and again, I'm looking to talk to some Fish fans, especially those who are veterans. I am a Fish noob. This is night 3 we're looking at for Mexico. And just want to share my thoughts, observations again as a newer fan who loves music, who plays the guitar. I used to play the clarinet back in high school. I was in honors band, killing it. And I was like, hey, this doesn't get the chicks. I need to learn acoustic and electric guitar. So I did. Um, so for this show, I'm hoping I can put the vibe for this. I had this shout out to Fish Twitter. Go to that here real quick. I had an observation. I've had this observation for a little bit. Even did a video on it as far as divided sky. Now, here is what I think would be a cool idea for divided sky, and it was played tonight. But let's take a look at what I did.
Tequila.
Oh, uh-oh. So hold on, let me get my bearings. But I just messed up something on my computer. Okay. All right, we're back. This was my idea of something that could be done during divided sky here.
Yeah. Tequila.
Yeah, like that should be the perfect spot to say tequila right there. The little pause there after you get to that high E tequila. Thought that was cool. This first set, it's a tail. It's interesting because the first set seems like it's a bunch of just awesomeness of just great songs. And then the second set just seems like a bunch of jams that I keep getting lost in, but all the jams are awesome. So Axilla, I had heard it once or twice when I've been doing my walks. I go on walks every day, um, rain or shine, uh, -2 degrees or 65 degrees, which I've had both of those in the last 2 weeks. It's been like below zero and 65 degrees. But what a rocking song. What a rocking song. And then, it's pretty quick. And I guess it's Axilla part 2. I don't know. Fish.net says Axilla. The Twitter follow that I have, Fish, is it On the Road? What is it called? On the Road Again. They had it as Axilla part 2. So I guess it contained the Axilla 2 ending. That's what it says right here. Uh, I don't know, but it just was dope. Whatever it was, I don't know the official. It was dope. I think that this show, to me, the tones that Trey got were more intriguing than the last show, especially the first part of this set, the Axilla to Twist into Your Pet Cat, all the stuff before this Divided Sky. I'm like, yo, I'm rocking with this. It's dope. And then obviously Divided Sky is a song that it's probably one of my favorite songs so far. So far. Still got a lot to explore. And it was awesome. And I still say I just love the chord structure of this song. It's so simple, right? Because you got that A, the I love that. And I still like listen. My one of my favorite parts. I think this is one of the best part I've learned so far of any fish stuff. Um, After the sky divides, and you know, I guess in Mexico they just stopped the song, and every time they had to do something crazy. So I love that part. That is like I don't know what it is about that, but it's just it rolls off the fingers like that, like all that stuff. I'm still learning some of that, but I just love those parts. And I'm doing it on acoustic because when I play my electric guitar, even with this mic, it doesn't sound as good. But I love this stuff. Like it like rolls off your hand. And just even this part, how it feels playing guitar. You go up the fret and you get right back to this little position. Like it's just awesome. Divided Sky definitely like I want to say it's my favorite song so far that I've heard. Stash is up there. Those are like the two. Those are the two that I keep. Those are my main chicks in rotation. Like Divided Sky may be able to meet my parents, right? They may be able to come over for Thanksgiving dinner. Stash is the side chick that maybe I see after. Let me stop. Let me stop. I'm a, I'm a I'm. It's a joke. All right. I'm a one girl man. Anyway, it's a joke. But I love Divided Sky, and I was so excited. Um, and then Wolfman's Brother, where they like that was another song I was familiar with. I'd been listening to it here and there. Actually, Fish Noob episode 2. You can check out if you just search Fish Noob or search my channel. The Fish Noob series that I'm doing, Fish Noob episode 2 ends up with Wolfman's Brother. It did. I think I had to. No, I had to take it off because it was a copyright issue. But I tried to close out Wolfman's Brother. I had to. Never mind. I had to cut that out. That some reason I got a copyright strike for that. They let me play Divided Sky front to back, but anyway, it is what it is. This second set was again just a bunch of different jams that I love. Set Your Soul Free to Simple, Sense and Subtle Sounds. Like I hadn't really, I don't, I heard Simple, but I hadn't really heard a lot of these songs at the beginning of set two. Obviously, I'd heard Waste. I'd heard Blaze On. It's been a while. I think that was one of the songs too that I had listened to back last summer. Um, for those you don't know, last April I had a road trip, my first road trip. I got my Johnson and Johnson vaccine. Oh my god! I survived the J&J, and then they like literally the day after I got that, they shut down people taking that because there were so many issues with it. But I survived. Right? I ended up driving down to Virginia Beach, and on that drive, that's when I first really was like, listen. I listened to Fish like at least 2 or 3 hours in that drive of the 8 hours, and I just was like, yo, it clicks. Like I've been trying to listen to Fish, and I've been trying to say, all right, I love other jam bands. Why do I not like? Why haven't I gotten to Fish yet? And it just all clicked. And you know what it probably was? I was driving past the mothership in Hampton, Virginia, where Fish has played, Dead have played. I think the mothership like sent something out. It sent some like vibes my way as I was driving through the 757 to Virginia Beach to visit family. So anyway, so Waste Blaze On. I heard the encore. I heard Sleeping Monkey. Enslaved to the traffic light. I did a listen through of the New Year's Eve show live. So I'd heard it live. So I was familiar with that. The Wedge I had not heard. The Wedge. Let me see. Bring up my notes for the Wedge. I thought the Wedge was pretty dope. What did I say? Oh, I don't have. I didn't save that. I didn't write anything down. But I thought the Wedge was pretty dope. But the encore, I loved how. And again, I'm just Paige is that dude, man. He that dude. And what again? It's hard. Like to me, The keyboard and organ is for jam bands. I've listened to a bunch of different, you know, keys and organs players, from String Cheese to Dead and Company to Phil and Friends to, I mean, even other types of bands that jam. And it's hard to really get me moving with the piano, but Page just does some dope things. And I love some of the moments in the encore where Page is doing something. He gets this little highlighted moment. Everything goes to Page, and then it goes right off to Trey, and then they both start doing some stuff together. Right? It's I really love what Page does, like "Slave to the Traffic Light" and "Sleeping Monkey," when he does that da, 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 da. It's like there's like an E minor and a D in there, right? So it's like I can't remember, but it's like I don't know. But what he does, he has like a D minor when he it's like that Beatles "Let It Be" type interpolation. I know there's a D minor and then there's an E minor, there's a C, and there's a G. I don't know. I'm not gonna look it up right now. I'm not gonna waste your time. One thing I did notice about "Slave to the Traffic Light," and it's interesting because both "Slave to the Traffic Light" and "Divided Sky," I'm like, they sound familiar, but they all both sound start around this A. And what I've noticed about Fish is they have some pretty like guitar friendly chords that they start off in. And by that I mean anything you start off in A, that's friendly. Anything that starts with uses C, uses G, uses D, these are all stuff you can play open. That's I wanna get away. I wanna fly away. Yeah, open chords. These are easy for guitar players to play. I love these chords that Fish uses. It's not too complex and it makes me awesome jam. So like those are all open chords that any those notes. I mean those type of key like you're doing anything in the A. There was something in B minor, right? Can't remember what song was in B minor. I should have took better notes. But I was just like so lost in the jams. There was something in B minor that was pretty dope. But today the tones that Trey had were a little more diverse. And he used the same type of effects. Like he had his more like there was some bluesy stuff, there was some funky stuff, and it was something about tonight that just felt more like yo it like it's lit, right? I think it's more the blues and the funk, and even his mixolydian scale stuff that he was doing just was more intriguing. So I really enjoyed just the jams tonight. Seems better than last night. Overall to me, I enjoyed the music here tonight. um let's see. I mean, this isn't really going to be a long episode, but I there's so much to take in. Like I'm still just overwhelmed, but I think it's a good thing because I don't know this music, but I'm learning this music and I'm learning to love certain things that they do. And yet again, everyone just has their time to shine. I wish more bands had. I guess one thing so far, when I listen to Fish, I can hear everybody. And I said this yesterday, but I can hear everybody, and each person has their time. There's so many musical acts you can see live, and you won't even realize the bassist exists for like a couple of songs, or the sometimes it's the guitars, right? The acoustic guitars or the piano player. Like everyone lets you know they're here, but there's also simple, right? Right? You got drums, bass, keys, and guitars. It's a quartet that just everyone has an important part. And I think the fact that there's own like the fact that they like right Fish could have decided like they could have just had an extra guitars, right? Because you think about the Dead, right? they have, rhythm and lead, right? You think of some other, you know, Humphreys McGee, right? Does Goose have? I don't know. Does Goose have? I think they have two. But like the point is, when you just have a one electric guitar, it really opens up the space of the jams for any jam band. And sometimes if you have an acoustic and electric, like String Cheese Incident, it still works, right? Because you don't have two electric guitars blaring, right? But there's so much space, right? Widespread Panic, right? They got two guitars, and it's nothing wrong. Like I love those bands too. Listen, I love like I said, Allman Brothers are behind me right there. That's the poster for the Allman Brothers final run at the Beacon that I went to. I got that poster, and I love Derek and Warren. But there's something about, and I'm a guitar. Like I said, I started guitar in 2008 when I was a freshman in college. I was like, I'm trying to get these ladies in the clarinet, not doing it. So I threw my clarinet in the bushes and picked up the guitar. But I used to like multiple guitarists. Now I'm at a point in my listening and live music and playing career. I love the single guitars, and even going back to some of the rock bands I like Rush, right? The trio of Rush. Just having Alex Lifeson, right? I appreciate that because I know how hard it is. You can't hide when it's just one guitarist. And I think I'm appreciate. It used to be I used to love. All right, I love a rhythm guitarist and a lead guitarist. Like yeah, rock, like rock, rock, rock. But now I really appreciate and I actually like a little less guitar than when I first started playing guitar. And even before I was even playing guitar at all, and some of the bands I was listening to back in my childhood and teenage years, there was usually two guitars. So it's really dope to see what Phish does with just Trey, right? They did Waste. This is the second time they've done Waste this month. It's Trey, no, second time Trey has done Waste this month. He did it with Dave and Tim last week. So this is, I was like, oh, I wonder if Dave's gonna come out. No, nah, he's long gone. Listen, Dave had a pretty fun week in Cancun and then stayed a little longer. So I'm sure he wanted to get back to his family. So anyway, it's cool. Tomorrow night, live stream is up in the air. Listening is up in the air. Potentially, I gotta check with a buddy because I may be on a radio show tomorrow night. Shout out to my boy Dave Schultz out at Trinity College. I may be on the radio tomorrow. So I don't know how much I'm gonna like. It just depends. I'm pretty sure I'll be on there. But this is where I'm at. That's really all I have to talk. I don't want to extend this thing any longer than it needs to be. Again, if you want to check out my stuff here, I have Phish Noob episodes. I'm gonna create a playlist as well for this. But I do have Phish Noob, and it'll give you some things that I've noticed. So, and I also have a first reactions into the Phish live catalog right here. Check that out. Ready. And I was still listening to all types of classic rock and prog rock, and I've always listened to hip hop and R&B. I could not get the Grateful Dead for years until about 2015, I would say. Right as the Fare Thee Well, was it 15? Yeah, was that 15? The Fare Thee Well tour, which was at the time I was working at StubHub, so I was actually dealing with different ticket errors that were going on with that event and people buying and selling and making sure we vetted people that were selling and making sure people who were buying understood, hey, this is how it works for the tickets. So I was in that part of my life. So that was my first reactions to Phish, and then I have Phish Noob episode 1, MoMA Dance, if you guys want to check this out. And I love what he does creatively here in this part of it. I have wanted to play this part for so long after listening to this song for a couple of months, and it is so rewarding to be able to play this. I love the bend that's coming up right there. There you go. I love that bend of the guitar string and how it feels to play that. All right, and then that's episode 1, Moment Dance. I'm exploring that. Episode 2, Divided Sky. I had to do this twice. You'll see one because it got copyright struck, but it was like Wolfman's brother got copyright struck. I did the full Divided. I did only like a 15-second clip of that, and it got copyright struck. But Divided Sky, I played it beginning to end, and it was good. The taper audio was good. So I made a Phish Noob 2.5. I actually just did a live stream of it. But this is perform this as scheduled. Sky. I would do a nice 16 to 20 minute run listening to different versions of the song, and it was a wonderful experience. I would later in the day after the snow was kind of cleared off, I listened to the main theme at the beginning. I love this little thing that Trey's playing, the drumming behind it. But this song is a doozy. It is so many different transitions. That's episode 2. Episode 3, you can explore my first process of requesting Phish tickets and realizing there is no fan club. There's just Phish ticketing. You put requests in, there's no fan club. I was like, wait, where's the fan club? There's no fan club. Shut up. There's no fan club. So I learned that the hard way. Here we go. Seeing Phish at MSG, but now I have to decide what am I going to see for summer 2022. And while I was getting ready for this video and excited about this tour announcement, there's been a song that was stuck in my head for the last 3 days, and I can't remember the name of it. And because Phish is a jam band, there's no lyrics I can go look up to find it. And I'm like, no, it's not Julius. No, it's not Harry Hood. I know it's a minor chord that's part of it, either the jam or the beginning. And then I kept playing song after song, 30-second intro after 30-second intro, and then I found it. I was looking for Stash. I love the intro of Stash. So here we go. Phish Noob, episode 3. Let's go. So yeah, those are the Phish Noob episodes. As I find more things and more inspiration, I'll continue to make more episodes, episode 4, 5, 6. I don't want to just do it just to do it and be like, hey, I'm going to react to this song just because I need content. Like, these are really intentional. From Boma Dance, why I was messing with that after the ninth cube. Um, Divided Sky, I had a snowstorm and I had to listen to, like, I was listening to it nonstop and I started learning it. And then with the on sale, you know, I walk you through that process of my first on sale and also give you some insight on this changing landscape of touring for Phish and other bands as far as what markets they're kind of avoiding right now. So check that out. Phish Noob. I'll make a playlist there on my channel just in a second. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting. If you're watching the replay, thank you as well. If you're watching this video 3 weeks or 4 weeks or a month or 3 years from when it first came out, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, even if it's 6 years from now. But this is a fun time for me, being able to add Phish to this, to my concert life of bands that I love to see. I think it's the perfect time. I've just spent 10 years of really going to different types of acts, and I need something new, and Phish is that something new. So that is all I have for tonight. Thank you guys again for checking this out. We'll leave you with the end here, the end music for this
In the
video.
comments. And if I messed up anything, if I butchered anything, if I was inaccurate somewhere about Phish or about a venue or about a stat, let me know as well. I'm all about learning. I do not care about feedback. I welcome it. It's your boy Conserviz 34, and until next time, peace.